So we've got, this is the second part. This is the knockout stage of our competition. We have 6 teams. Actually, now it's 7 teams. We had a late newcomer. So, and we also had a late dropout. So, but wait, no, we're back to 6 then. Yeah. The new team replaced one of the other teams that dropped out halfway through last time. So, instead of doing 2-on-2, we're going to have 1v1s. We've got lots of pizza here. So, you know, if you've got people who want to come and get some pizza, that would be great. Otherwise, the rules are going to be the same as last time. We'll have the brackets. So I'll show the brackets after this. It's single elimination. The very last championship game will be the best of 3. And then after that, we'll have the 3rd place game between the next 2 who lost the previous bracket, the semifinals. All right, any questions from anyone? Any of the teams, you guys ready to go? Okay, teams are ready. Oh yeah, drivers have to go behind the wall. Tori, call it off when you're ready to go.
Ready? 3. Oh, okay.
All right, drivers are around the corner getting ready to go. We have 2 robots, one on the blue side, the right side of the screen, and one on the red side, the left side of the screen. It'll be a 2-minute match, 1 versus 1, playing for highest point total. As a reminder for anyone that missed yesterday, points are scored by trophies. So there's currently 1 trophy on each side and 1 decoy on each side. On the screen, you can see the decoys have the blue piece of tape on top. Each trophy starts in the doubling zone, the black rectangle, and teams will be trying to steal the opposing trophy, get rid of their own decoy, or push the police car onto the opponent's side. These vehicles are operating autonomously, except for remote communication by drivers that cannot see the course.
3, 2, 1, start.
And we're underway. Immediately, the red robot goes to push the police car, while the blue robot moves on to the enemy side to disrupt the trophy. Got instant action out of both, though it looks like blue has potentially lost its way as red comes back on defense. Blue bullying red out of the way, but asking for a reset. So each robot can be reset to its starting corner 1 time per match. Red has now used its 1 reset, and blue also asking for its reset early. See what functionality comes out as they were separated here. And it looks like, yes, red might be looking to get rid of its own decoy, while blue is looking to, yes, has the trophy, waiting to see. It can push it out. Yes, out of the doubling zone and maybe back into the doubling zone. Again, the remote control cannot see what's going on the course. So they are relying purely on the sensors on their robots here. As red trying to get rid of its decoy. 45 seconds called. Looks like one of the, oh gosh. And we're completely stalled out against the wall for the blue robot. It's the red robot trying to get its own trophy back into the doubling zone. Probably about 30 seconds left now as they're waiting in the corner, trying to get out, trying to get this trophy into the doubling zone. After pushing that police car onto the far side, if they can just get this trophy into the doubling zone, it could be enough. Looks like they're stalled against the wall. Blue doesn't know where they're at. They're stuck in the corner. Time winding down here. Waiting to see if we can turn. It's almost there. He's pushing. They're pushing. Time's over. Should be up to judges' ruling to see. So unclear if the trophy moved into the doubling zone. We're going to go to a video replay. Call. So the judge's ruling is a police car not in the zone, so it's only single points, whereas trophy has to go to recording. So just a moment to get the scores back. We'll be offline for just a minute. So as we're trying to score that last match, I can try to go over what's going into the scoring process. In addition to the actual points on the board, there's a multiplier based on how often each team is communicating with their robot. The less communication that you have, the greater that multiplier, so the higher your score. So that, as well as the replay to see the position of the trophy, is going into the current scoring of that last match. And as soon as we have a winner decided, we'll get back. All right, scores are out from the last match. Red with 8, blue with 5.4. So that's team 2 on the red side advancing from the preliminary match. And this next match will start right at 1:25. So we're just waiting for the clock to click. Here's the countdown. And we're off. Immediately stuck over on the red side. Likewise, blue running into the wall. Red going for the initial push on the police car. That is likely what won red the game last match, was just getting that police car fully over the line. Blue looking like it's trying to maybe wall follow, go around the outside, but has gotten itself caught in a corner. While red has the police car almost fully over the line. We'll wait to see if they can finish that off. Looks like some very autonomous motion coming out of blue, but unfortunately in this case, that means that it's stuck in a loop and unable to displace itself. Meanwhile, here on the red side, we've gotten caught in the opposite corner, potentially driving just into the wall. Oh, and blue potentially out of the corner. No, right back in. Some very nice turning, precision 90-degree turns, showing off what could have been some nice wall following if there wasn't a slight sensor error, it looks like. And halfway through, we've stalled out. I'm surprised that neither team is using their reset here. We'll see if they ask for it in the near future. But as it stands, this is kind of come into a stalemate with two robots scared of each other, just running to opposite corners and avoiding all contact and confrontation. Again, each team does have one reset. I don't know if it would change anything in this scenario, but otherwise we are stagnant here in the second match. So based on this movement, I would assume that these are both fully autonomous robots, meaning that they are not relying on any driver communications. 15 seconds remain, and we are still doing victory laps over on the blue side. Looks like this one may end without any more action here. And that's the time. A good effort by both teams. We'll have to wait and see if the police car has scored at all. But that one might be a draw. I'll have to wait for scoring. All right, as scoring comes out, there were no points scored on the match. So it came down to who sent the least commands. And it sounds like the red team was sending commands, whereas blue was not. So the fully autonomous team on the blue side wins. Congratulations. So the blue team, team 25, will be advancing into the semifinals here. We'll move on to match 3 in just a few minutes. All right, looks like teams are ready. We're going to try to get started right at 1:30 here. On the red side, we have team 19, and on the blue side, we have team 26. And that's the start. Immediately we have blue coming out, potentially looking to push. Yep, looking to push that police car. Again, they have to get it all the way over that center line for it to count as points. That came into play last match. We've got autonomous functionality with both, with blue getting caught up on the wall, but red doing some excellent wall following to get onto the opposing side. This red bot is using something called holonomic drive, which is why you can see it move forward and to the side. So it doesn't have to turn like a differential drive. It can actually move directly in any of the 4 directions. Meanwhile, we have an attempted wall following, I think, out of the blue bot, but it's been able to mount the side, and they've already used their reset. So this could be catastrophic for the blue team. We'll focus on the red over on the right side of the screen, trying to capture the decoy, successfully captures the opposing decoy. The question is what they're going to do with it now. So if they can move it into the doubling zone, they can score. Yes. Off the wall and attempting to move halfway through time. Oh, this is moving away from the desired. Again, we want to get that decoy trophy into the doubling area. So it's double points for the red team. Looks like blue completely out of commission. It all comes down to this one motion as we're trying to coax the decoy into the doubling. Again, into that black box. We have 30 seconds left. Yes, looks like it could be doing it. We've gotten this far before. It goes forward. Might be stuck. No. Just a little bit of time left here. Just got to get this last maneuver figured out. Waiting to see. Oh, nope. Might be moving away from the desired here. 5 seconds remain. And that's the time. Well played. Well played. Some excellent wall following shown by team 19 there on the red side. Was able to successfully navigate into enemy territory, but unfortunately not able to score anything. Meanwhile, blue was able to pile drive the police car right at the beginning. We'll have to take a look. Looks like it might be fully over the center there. We'll wait for final scoring, but it's looking good for blue with that police car displacement. All right, so we're showing our playoff bracket now. We're into the elimination rounds all day today, but we're now into the semifinals. And the first match will be Team 30, but a first round bye on the red side, and Team 2 on the blue side, the winner of our first play-in. So we'll let them get set up as we also wait for the scores from the last match. We'll get going on this semifinal best of 1, and then after that, and the other semifinal, we'll have our final best of 3 match before the 3rd place match at the end. So stay tuned. We should start promptly at 1:40. Oh, it looks like we're just ready to start right away. So the countdown's complete and the match has started. Blue immediately displacing their own trophy, so hurting themselves in an effort to push that police car, while red is taking their patented strategy of grabbing their own decoy and trying to displace it onto the enemy side. So they now have their decoy in their clutches, and we'll see. Yesterday they would try to get directly into the double zone on the opposing side. So this is some excellent wall following. Yup, has successfully moved the decoy onto the enemy side. And yes, blue has asked for a reset to get out of the way. We'll see if red is able to get into that doubling zone. All right, blue back on it. Looks like they're also going to go for the decoy strategy, attempting to, again, displace those negative points from their own side onto the external. So the red team asking if the decoy is in the doubling zone. The answer is no. They have to be fully in. Anything on the line will not count for doubled. But as it stands, we have red in a commanding lead, not only with their own decoy on the opposing side, but with blue having displaced their own trophy out of the doubling zone. Blue has to make a change here. So as it stands, they are losing and will be eliminated. Unclear what they're looking for, perhaps trying to displace the police car, perhaps trying to grab that trophy of their own to get it back in the doubling zone. But only 30 seconds remain. They might be moving too slow. The consistent strategy of the red team of Team 30 to just displace their beacon onto the decoy onto the far side. It's going to prove to be enough here. Oh, final push coming out of the blue side, able to displace the trophy out. Can they steal it and bring it all the way back to their own side? This is their last chance to steal a victory here. Final countdown coming. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. That's the time. Well done, well done. There was a lot of action that match, primarily out of the red team, Team 30. That's very consistent grab of their own decoy and bringing onto the enemy side has proven enough to grab the victory here in the semifinal. So we will see Team 30 most likely in the final match. But first, our second and final semifinal match between teams 25 and team 26. So we have the official call from the last match. It was the red team 30 that will be moving into the finals. Congratulations to them. And again, this is our semifinal match between teams 25 and 26. And it's about to start any moment here. We have the countdown and we are off. So blue immediately pushing towards that police car, whereas we have a stall from the red team. We'll see. They might ask, yes, that is their first and only reset. So they will be put in the opposite corner as the blue team is currently occupying their corner. Oh, and blue asked for a reset as well. Red going to the exact same strategy as last time. The corner dance here in the left red side corner. In the semifinal match, we have no point change. So if it stands, this is going to come down again only to number of packets sent, the amount of communication that is being done. And again, this happened in the quarterfinal match. The current red, Team 25, won because they do not send any commands. This is purely autonomous functionality. So if the blue team, Team 26, is sending any commands, then they will unfortunately lose this match. But I must say, neither of these bots are improving their scores at all, and I fear that they will not fare well against Team 30 in the finals if this holds. So given that each team has already used their one reset for the match, they're at the mercy of their onboard systems, and they seem to be stuck in a loop here, stuck against the sidewalls, unable to get out of these respective corners. So it might be a very uneventful semifinal here, unfortunately. Just talking about these bots, you see all different types of sensors. On the red side here, we've got some ultrasonic sensors, so they can sense how far they are from the wall. But since they only drive forward, they aren't able to back up off the wall. And that is the time. Fortunately, an uneventful match. We'll have to wait and hear what type of communication was being used. And if there's a difference that allows us to declare a winner off that match. Stay tuned. All right, so we had a sensor failure. That match was ultimately ruled obsolete. We're going to give a different team, Team 19, a chance against Team 26 here to reiterate that semifinal. So we will wait and see who's able to come out on top between teams 19 on the red side and 26 on the blue side. In just a moment here. All right, here's our countdown. And we've begun a correction. We've got 26 on the red side and 19 on the blue side. We've got red immediately pushing the police car. So that's guaranteed points as blue goes for their own decoy, attempting to recreate the successful strategy of Team 30 from the last semifinal. All right, after pushing the car, red is asked for their reset. So that is their one and only reset to their corner. And they'll see if they can now push the trophy. Seems like their strategy might be to drive towards the police car no matter what. So they do know the location of that police car based on the position sensor on the map. Meanwhile, blue has used their reset and seem to also be fighting for the police car. Oh no, now they've got their own trophy. This can only end poorly for the blue team. They have to disengage here if they hope to win. Red continuing to hold and pin that police car onto the blue side, securing themselves points. Blue is fighting back, but not able to get it off that wall. So they're instead going to move towards their own fake beacon, hoping that they can move that onto the enemy side to help even out this score. Based on the motion here, I'm going to guess that the blue team, team 19 there, is remotely controlling. So they may be able to intelligently change up the strategy here, given what red has been able to do with the police car. But the purely offensive strategy of red paying off so far, as blue is unable to get this decoy off their own side. Just pinning the police car seems to be a successful strategy. Yeah, blue stuck in a control loop. Not able to get the decoy off the wall there. Just driving into it repeatedly. Well, 15 seconds as the match closes out. Blue's gonna have to try something new if they want to get it out of this one. It's looking like it will be red. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that is time. Well done, both teams. Excellent strategy by red, pinning the police car early. Looks like between that and blue not being able to change the decoy, that's going to be enough to get away with the win. We'll wait for the final ruling and be right back. All right, we have scores announced. The championship will be between teams 26 and 30. Congratulations to both those. And again, this will be a best of 3 matches for the championship. So we'll get to see the police car push versus the decoy displacement on these 2 teams to see which comes out ahead. Stay tuned. All right, our teams are getting in position here. We're going to have team 26 on the blue side on the right of the screen and team 30 on the red side on the left of the screen. Again, this will be a best of 3. 3. And each match will be 2 minutes. Countdown's begun. And here we go. Immediately, 26 coming out, going again for the police car push strategy. See if they can get it fully over the line. Again, it only counts as points if it's fully over that center line. Team 30 doing what it does best, going for the decoy, seeing if it can secure. So they've got a piece of duct tape on the front there to really stick on. And they're trying to just grab that decoy and displace it onto the enemy side. Meanwhile, the blue team, team 26, is gone for the reset. So they are again going to go for the police car push, see if they can get it over that center line. And yes, they have successfully displaced the police car over the line. That is guaranteed points for the blue team. Let's see if the red team now can get their decoy off their own side onto the enemy. And it'll come down to a point count. So it's the only reset for the red team. See if they can jump into motion here. Yes, it appears to be an open loop maneuver. So they're recapturing the beacon that they already have. See if they can do a turn. All they have to do now is follow the wall. Yep, following the wall. If they can get onto the opposite side here, it looks like blue is all in on the police car. This could be enough. Team 30 pushing that decoy, needs to get over the center line. Yes, they're over the center line. Can they get into the doubling zone, into the black box? Oh, they don't think they are fully in. So that might be the end of their open loop maneuver. It'll be decoy pushed onto the opposite side versus police car pushed onto the opposite side. It'll come down to a scoring, potentially even a multiplier, to decide who does better from a scoring perspective in this match. 20 seconds left, but I think that all the cards have been played. I don't think there'll be any more emotion on this match. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the match. Well played. So again, we'll have to go to the rest to get the count here. I'm not sure what's going to be worth more points. The decoy on the opposite side or the police car on the opposite side. Either way, we'll be going to a match 2 in just a moment. So give the teams a second to reset, give our judges a second to score, and we'll be right back. All right, we have the scores in from the first of our 3 final matches. Team 26 on the blue side had 9 points, whereas Team 30 on the red side had 12 to secure the victory in match 1. So Team 30 will go up 1-0 as we switch sides in our second of our best of 3 finals match. See if the teams switch up their strategy at all or go for the tried and true. Be back in just a moment. All right, we got a malfunction on the field, so we're going to have a 5-minute delay before our second match here. We'll be back at 2. All right, we have team 26 in position on the red side and team 30 about to take their spot over on the blue. They've been updating their code to try to maximize the number of points here. Counting down, 3, 2, 1, and they're off. Immediately, team 26 sprinting towards the middle, perhaps going for interference this time instead of pushing the police car. Yes, they're going to play a bully strategy. I'll be curious to see how this works out. It looks like they may be constantly dead reckoning towards the opponent's vehicle. But blue team 30 will use their reset to try to get out of the way. And they've dropped the beacon. So the fake is not in position anymore. Both teams have reset. And it looks like 26 is continuing to push directly at the opposing car. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, so we had the blue team attempting to move the decoy, but the referee saying this is not allowed, putting it back to where it was resting. We now have likely no points for either team as the strategy of team 30 was completely disrupted. And team 26 appears not to have been going for points at all, or to have just missed their goal on the police car. So now the lack of active updates is hurting both teams as our autonomous vehicles are unable to adapt. Very curious. I don't know what happens if we have a tie in the second round here. We'll just have to wait and see. 30 seconds remain. Again, no action. Both bots have taken a rest. Disruption winning out here in the second match. So now the discussion begins of what this means for our final match. We have 10 seconds left here in the second of the finals. And that's the time. Yeah, interesting strategies by both teams. So that'll be a full push. It's ruled a tie. Okay, and the ruling with the tie is the match will just be replayed. So it remains team 30 up 1-0 in this best of 3, and we will replay match 2. All right, here we go. Redo of round 2 of the finals. And we are counted down and we are underway. Immediately, we have Team 26 hunting down Group 30's robot. And yes, it looks like again, they're just going to play the disruption strategy, recognizing that Team 30 only has one move. They're pinning it against its own corner. The question now is, will Team 30 be able to hang on to the decoy after their reset? So both teams using their reset. The ref is giving it to them, allowing them to keep decoy. And Team 26 also resetting. This time it looks like they might be going for the police car. No, I think they just lost their way. They may still be able to disrupt Team 30's maneuver here. We'll see. Nope, it looks like Team 26 has found their way into a corner. All right, Team 30 has all the room. How reliably can they do the decoy trophy displacement maneuver? Yes, they're against the wall. Just have to drive straight. See if they can make it over half. That should do it. That should be enough. Trying to move into the doubling zone, getting stuck on the seam of the course there. As it stands, this will be enough. Team 26 still just stuck in the opposing corner. 30 seconds remain. If it holds, Team 30 will have won. Nothing seems to be changing. Team 26 still just against the corner. Few seconds tick by before 30. 15 seconds. Team 30 seems to have it. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the game. Congratulations to Team 30. One reliable strategy seems to be the way to win this game, especially in the one-on-one. Unfortunate for Team 26, seem to have lost their way after the reset in that last final match. But good to see them changing up the strategy a little bit after the defeat in the first match and trying to play disruption. Play a little bit of defense in that final match of our finals. Again, big congratulations to everyone on Team 30. Put together a very reliable robot that was able to take the victory here today. Stick around. We will have our 3rd place consolation match as well. That'll be coming on in 5 minutes here. Nope, just got word. Teams are ready early and we're going to just get it going. We have, again, our 3rd place match coming up now. Looks like our robot on the red side here is going to be remotely controlled. Well, we've got mostly autonomous motion for our blue side robot on the right there. The driver's got their connection going around the corner so that they cannot see the field at all. All right, and we're underway. Immediately running into the wall here for the red team, while blue doing some sort of wall following maneuver. Unclear if they want the reset or not here on the red side. Yes, calling for it. That's the reset for the red robot, and they're back off the wall. Unclear what blue's trying to do, besides potentially move off their own side. But red getting stuck in the exact same spot, right on that seam between game boards. So unfortunately, red does not have a reset remaining. If they can't get off that wall, they're going to be in trouble in this match. So if a tie does occur, tiebreak will be to the most autonomous robot. So currently that is the blue side. However, if they push their own trophy out of the doubling zone, they will forfeit that potential advantage. So we'll see what they're going for here. I gotta guess this is an autonomous motion because I don't know what they would be doing purposefully at this point. Meanwhile, on the red side, there is some action as they're able to grab their own trophy. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to help them. They'll try to deposit that back in the doubling zone. Well, I guess this is a defensive kind of mother hen strategy over on the blue side, just trying to keep anyone from displacing their own trophy. The referee is trying to assist to make sure the wires don't get crossed here as it's driving around. Meanwhile, the red robot has found the same spot on the wall. Seems to be his favorite place in the course, but unable to score any more points with that trophy, unfortunately. Only 15 seconds remaining as blue asks for their reset. If it stands, blue has a commanding victory. We'll see if we're even able to get the tie here on the red side. Yes. As time is called, it looks like they were, yes, able to restore their starting number of points. So we'll have to see how many packets were sent, see who gets that multiplier for autonomous driving, and no additional points scored, but excitingly, Red was able to recover their own trophy to keep it tied. Okay, so that even though the points look like they stand even, blue was fully autonomous the whole time, meaning that they have a higher multiplier and come in third place. Congratulations. And we're now just reading out the winning teams. Team 30 in first. Team 26 in second. And team 19 in third. So congratulations to those teams. Congratulations to all the students and a big thank you to the teaching staff. Really well done and exciting to watch today. Thanks for anyone who tuned in. And that'll be all for today. Thanks.